Madame, Monsieur, bonsoir et bienvenue dans cette autre édition des Facts and Realities of Education. Vous êtes étonné, mais non. L'actualité nous oblige de faire autrement. Donc c'est pour cela que dans cette édition, on va essayer d'être un peu bilingue, quoi. I hope my French is acceptable, at least to a standard. Today, ladies and gentlemen, like we said, we are talking about facts and realities of education. And in this edition, we will be looking at Bilingualism Week in Cameroon. With me here in the studio is a lady and a gentleman. Madam, you are welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored to be received at this plateau. Mm-hmm.
You are welcome. It's our pleasure having you.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Mr. Tala.
You are blessed. It's really an honor.
We want to say that Mr. Tala is not he's not a new man on this program. And we will be talking about Bilingualism Week, the National Bilingualism Week. We'll begin with you, Madam. What is the National Bilingualism Week?
Actually, if I want to say anything, bilingualism, from the name, we already know it's talking about two languages.
Mm-hmm.
And in Cameroon, you know, we have the French and the English language being spoken all across the territory.
Mm-hmm.
And even though there is the English Cameroon and there is French Cameroon, we try as much as possible to speak both languages so that
mm-hmm.
we can live in unity. That is what bilingualism is all about in Cameroon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this week, when did the week start?
Yeah, the week started Monday.
Yes.
Yes, on Monday.
Monday 29th.
Yes, Monday 29th,
Okay.
because Bilingualism Day actually is Friday.
Okay.
Friday the 2nd will be Bilingualism Day.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's celebrated here in Cameroon, Bilingualism Day is a day within that period. Let me say the week before the day itself
mm-hmm.
is considered to be Bilingualism Week. Why? Because the activities within that week has to be actually that's 100% bilingual. Meaning what? If I'm Anglophone,
yes.
I speak French.
Yes.
And then if you are Francophone, you speak English.
So that's why I try to introduce the program in French in a way, although a French that could not. Mr.
Yeah.
Paul, we come back from, we go with you. How is this week celebrated? Madam said it rightly that the day is on Friday. We will have a week before then. What do we do to celebrate this week?
We prepare pupils, teachers, and even parents
Mm-hmm.
to get ready for this day,
Mm-hmm.
which is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday is the finals. And so during the week, we bring children to teach them in both languages, sketches,
Mm-hmm.
singing songs, rhymes, poems, and others.
Mm-hmm.
And so particularly to make children feel the pride of, or to be identified
Mm-hmm.
as children of one country that can speak two languages, which is English and French.
Okay, I wanted, Madam, what do we really do? Like you said, we bring children to just let the child speak in English, speak in French. What really takes the child, task the child?
Yeah, thank you. If we're talking about that, there is just a lot that hovers around it.
Mm-hmm.
When we are talking about a lot hovering around the Bilingualism Week,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, this week, February is considered to be, let me say, Youth Week. And then the first week of February is this Bilingualism Week.
Okay.
And normally, as I said, or I did not say it, it is the first Friday of every Friday. Of every February. Of every
Friday of every
February. Yes. So
is the Bilingualism Day.
yes, that's the
Okay.
bilingualism. So now the activities that covers this event. First of all, the children speak in their second languages.
Mhm.
They express themselves in their second languages. And then thirdly, there are stages that the children have to bring out their ability to express themselves in one other language.
Mhm.
And then another thing too, communication is one of the prior thing in everything we do. If you are not able to communicate, there will definitely be some sort of misunderstanding, disagreement, and all that. So they encourage people to be able to understand each other in their different languages. Even if I don't speak English, I should be able to understand French. And even if you don't speak, you should be able to understand, so that we can live in coexistence, just like the theme of this year's states.
Okay. Before we get to the theme, Mr. Talla,
Yeah.
Madam, I want to let us get something practical.
Yeah.
When we talk of bilingualism, many people tend to misunderstand it. Is it, what is bilingualism? Not the weak.
Yeah.
What is bilingualism?
Bilingualism is the act of practicing, actually living in two languages. That's being able
to communicate in two languages.
communicate in two languages.
Yes.
Yes. And so when we talk about bilingualism, it is bringing our two languages, national languages that we have. There is multilingualism. You can be able to speak in different languages. And then in Africa, we have Cameroon alone. That is a bilingual country that's adopted two official languages
yes.
at the same time.
Yes.
So we express ourselves in both. And you realize at first it used to be a difficulty, but now I'm an Anglophone. I came to Douala. It was it was a little bit difficult to integrate. But as time passed by, I will speak my maybe French with la. In the place of le,
oui.
or I will speak the une in the place of un, and so as time was passing by, they were correcting me, and before I knew it, I'm already up to a particular level that when I speak, they say no, you speak well, except for the accent, but the message is being passed across.
I want us to get this point clear,
Yeah.
because the impression people have is when they say Cameroon is a bilingual country, we always say it. Cameroon is a bilingual country, but Cameroonians are not bilingual. How bilingual should Cameroonian be to tie with that bilingual nature of our country? Because I have the impression that it is Cameroon that is bilingual and not Cameroonians.
If you say like that, I think if I can bring on my own evaluation, I should say Cameroon is about 60% bilingual for now. Because, let me say, with the Anglophones, more bilingual than the Francophones. That is my own analysis. I don't know, my own global look of things. It's not any statistics taken anyway. So when you look at the Anglophones, you realize when they are faced with the French, they have to speak it. Even if they speak and they are being laughed at, they speak it.
Okay.
And by so doing, they learn.
Okay.
So you see it, and when they learn, you realize that Anglophones are more bilingual than. But now, at first, Francophones were like, what should I do with that language? It was like, it's difficult, or if I learn it, where will I speak it? But now you realize that Cameroon is, Francophones have taken it serious at heart. They go into linguistic centers and then they're learning it. And then when you look at my the school, like my classroom, say in Pirosa, I have 27 of them, 28, and all of them are Francophones except for one.
Okay.
So you see a whole classroom. And then the whole school itself, you could just count about 10 Anglophones.
In the whole school?
Yes. Then
is the school a bilingual school or an English Anglo-Saxon school, or is it a bilingual school or an Anglo-Saxon school?
It's made up of two sections. We have the English section and we have the French section. We have even the bilingualism bilingual section.
Okay, we'll come back to this point. Able to speak the two languages, or I should be able to understand the two languages. That's where my worry is.
It is at the level of understanding. We are talking about understanding.
Okay. So if you speak your English,
yeah,
I understand English. And I speak my French, you understand French.
Yes.
We are bilingual. Is that, madam?
I would say it's not perfectly bilingual, but it's already an aspect.
Okay.
Yes, it's already an aspect of bilingualism. You get to know the language now with time, but one thing is understanding. When you understand, at least from that level, you've already taken a step. Now, to go to the next step, now you try speaking it and speaking it correctly. Because that is one thing, and that is why you find people enrolling into a linguistic schools. Yeah, but another thing too, even if you speak it the bad way, well, it could go for a purpose, probably for communication purposes. But if you want to evolve with it, you need to speak it correctly.
Okay, we are talking about the process of being bilingual.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Talla, you are an Anglophone.
Of course.
What are the setbacks that you had when you came over to the French section of Cameroon and you had to get French? You had to confront French as a language of communication? What were the setbacks that you had that were like discouraging you?
But thank God that before I came down to Douala,
Mm-hmm.
I could express myself in French.
So then
really.
that was no more. Then that was no longer a problem to you,
Yeah.
Madam. What was your own experience?
Yeah, it's should I say something too in that area?
Mm-hmm.
Because even in school, I loved the French.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I was a teacher, but I loved the French. And let me say, my book itself was used like he could
Reference.
use it like reference to teach other classes because our classrooms were made up of A, B, C, and other like.
Okay.
But when I came to Douala, the thing is, there are some particular points that still hold.
Mm-hmm.
Like I first of all talked about this thing of femininity.
Mhm.
You
The
realize,
gender.
yes, gender.
The gender and the number.
For articles, I don't mean for people.
Okay.
I don't mean for things that you can easily identify.
No, I mean the gender in the language,
Yes,
because
in
in
the
the French
yeah.
language you have the gender.
So you realize each time I will be asking, why do you say, how do you know a ruler? A ruler is a feminine article that you say la règle. Because when I say la règle, they say no la règle. So things like that were like confusing me a little bit.
Yes.
But even though, but they told I was made to understand, you just need to learn and know them. Know that this is la règle, an école. You just need to know them like that and apply them. Just implement. That's all.
Let's talk something on the theme of this year's edition of Bilingualism Week. What is the theme?
The theme is a bedrock for national unity and peaceful coexistence, which implies that we coexist together, francophone, that in the terms of nationality, citizenship, you are neither a francophone
No.
or anglophone.
Yeah, you are a Cameroonian.
You are Cameroonian.
There's no Cameroonian,
Yeah,
francophone
there's no-
Cameroonian,
yes.
anglophone Cameroonian.
Yes.
Yes.
And so that is, and I'm thanking God very much for this theme, because it is coming up at a time that there is a lot of hitches in Cameroon, and things related to what we are talking about.
Yes.
And so the theme is quite selected for this year.
Okay.
as
So it
consensus
fits
theme.
with the socio-political climate
Of
that
course.
we have in Cameroon.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to know, how practical is it? You have started touching it. How practical is this theme to our country? This theme of a bedrock to
The national unity,
and
peaceful,
peaceful
coexistence.
coexistence. Yes.
Well, that question, I cannot answer it 100%.
No, answer your own
because
percent.
because to some people, you know that as Cameroonians, we don't have the same mentality, and we know that, like for me, whatever thing that I have to give, I give it as to a friend or to a brother or to a fellow Cameroonian, without seeking to know the tribe or the language he speaks or the clan. No. And so it is, I can say that it is not very practical in Cameroon, because if you enter into offices, let's take for example, like you called me when I was in Bonanjo. I met people in Bonanjo talk as if I'm a madman.
Why?
Because I went into an office which is a public office. I spoke in English. The person who was supposed to attend to me
to you, yes.
is making as if it does not concern her. He says, speak, mais parlez bien, moi je comprends pas. In an office. Now, what are you doing? Are you not scaring me away? How do you think that we can coexist?
Okay.
When I speak in English and then you want me but to speak in French, and you are asking me the same question. Le Cameroun est bilingue. Et ça veut dire le Cameroun est bilingue, ça veut dire que tu dois parler le français, c'est ça automatiquement. And so that is the problem, where the problem lies. They don't treat people the same. When you come, you are a francophone, you have a different treatment. When they receive an anglophone, they will give him different treatment. Why? Because they feel that an anglophone is not part of
Cameroon.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that statement is very heavy. Madam, how much of Cameroon do you feel? How much do you feel being a Cameroonian?
Well, being a Cameroonian by by birthright, and I'm proud to be a Cameroonian. Yes, I am proud. I'm really proud to be Cameroonian, and then that spirit of patriotism, I have it. And but now, when you want to go into other aspects, like you said, sometimes we're easily spotted out or marginalized. You get somebody saying the Cameroon bilang, but the person is not able to understand you, but wants you to speak the other language that he should understand. You understand? So they say the Cameroon, and they're like imposing it for you. But if you look at it, coming to our theme, I think they want Cameroonians to rise up. They want Cameroonians to rise up and take language, the language we have, and
as
then
a unifying factor.
As a unifying factor, or as the base of living together, of unity. So, meaning what? We should be able to reach that place where you speak in English, there is no like eyebrow, nobody raises eyebrow, or they're like, c'est le anglophone, that kind of thing. But when you speak, people are like, it's a normal thing. What did you say? And then they continue doing what they were supposed to do.
Very normal.
Not that they'll get up and then, this one, am I going to, je vais m'en sortir, that kind of, So they want us to reach that place where I speak, you continue, we continue. What is your name? Comment vous appelez? You give me the name, and then quel âge as-tu? All those things you just continue without any hesitation.
Okay. Before we continue, we would want to get into our archives and look at some element to see this week how it was launched over in Yaoundé. We'll take that element.
Bilingualism, bedrock of national unity and peaceful coexistence. That was the theme under which this year's edition of the National Bilingualism Week was launched in Yaoundé. Thousands of students from diverse secondary schools in the nation's capital gathered at the Government Bilingual High School Etugebe to prove to the secondary school minister Jean-Ernest Masséna Ngale Bibeye that they uphold to the importance of bilingualism not only on paper but through practice. This 13th Bilingual Youth Week celebration stresses on the fact that the use of English and French can come in to break down all divergent differences and hindrances to the fruitful living together of all Cameroonians. In his speech, Minister Ngale Bibeye called on teachers, especially those in the bilingual series, to give the necessary stuff to learners and accompany them to be perfectly bilingual, for many efforts have been made towards this direction by the state for this to be a reality. Reasons for the recent creation of the National Commission for Bilingualism and Multiculturalism. Kudos was equally extended to the educational family for the will for this to come true. The event was a total show of spectacle, with students staging outstanding performances through dancing, sketches and poems, with others receiving prizes for academic excellence. It should be noted that the week-long activities, which includes roundtable discussions, cultural bonanzas and community activities, shall culminate in Betwa on the 2nd of February with the celebration proper of the Bilingualism Day.
Now we come back here in the studio and we want to look at, there is one thing that caught my attention in that report. It was the fact that it was the Minister of Secondary Education dealing with students and pupils. Now, the question I want to ask is, bilingualism in school, how is it experienced? How do you experience bilingualism in school? Because when you started, you were trying to give out the way your school is structured.
Yeah. Already, I would say, for the fact my school period has 3 sections. First, we have the English section, we have the French section, and we have the bilingual section. So how is it coordinated? The English section studies in English. Should I say it is an Anglo-Saxon section? But for the fact that we could have about some 20% of French in that class, taught in that class. Likewise, the French section.
Please, let me interrupt, because when you go ahead, I will not get to.
Okay.
When you say 20% taught in French, is it that French as a subject or part of the
French
subject?
as a subject.
Okay.
Yes, French as a subject.
All right.
The language itself, the writing and expression, all of it in French. So now, in the French section, it's the same thing. English is about 20%, yes, of its whole program. Now, in the bilingual section, both subjects, let me say, French teaches all the subjects in French. I mean, what is done in an English primary school and what is done in a French primary school in that same section. So they do that, they follow the program and they cover it till then. You see, their program is a little, somehow tedious. Yeah, then now the English language itself is no longer taught like English language, or the French is no longer taught as a French language, but all this, instead, they teach the subjects, say, for example, the civics, human rights, the history, geography, or mathematics in English, the same in French. And you realize by doing so, the children, after seeing a phone, should I give another example? After seeing maybe a horse in English, then when they're doing that in their science studies in French, you see it as le cheval. You see the bilingualism of the child. The child already starts practicing in the head. This is how we speak it in English. So now the children themselves, you find them identifying. They know, if this teacher is English, I should speak to that teacher in English. If this teacher is French, I should speak to that teacher in French. And you find them expressing themselves, and you see it 100% bilingual.
So your school is structured into 3 sections.
3 sections.
The Anglo-Saxon section, the French subsystem of education, and then the bilingual section.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Talla, is it the notion of bilingualism that we have?
Yes, is.
I mean, in most schools, but we are talking about bilingualism in schools.
In most schools, just few schools are structured
having this
like
structure.
that. Yes, because when you go to most schools, though you see every school in Douala, they write bilingual. And when you go into the school campus, you discover that they have a French section and they have an English section. That is not bilingual.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not bilingual.
Yes, that's not bilingual.
Because
Bilingual system of it is the way they teach is 50-50.
Correct.
Children learn everything in English and everything in French. It means that in class 1, there are 2 teachers, a francophone and an anglophone.
Okay.
Yes. But to say that you have an English section and you have a French
If you have
section,
an English section, you are doing the Anglo-Saxon system of education.
Yeah.
And you have a
Yes.
French, you are doing the French
French
subsystem of
system,
education.
yeah.
So that's what I wanted to find
because
out.
everybody is concerned with his or her own.
That is where that's where I was going to, because in Douala here, all schools, like you said, are bilingual schools. But then I think to
Yeah,
ask the
just
question,
right.
how bilingual that
Yes,
is.
cool.
Okay. Now, I wanted to find out again from you, because we are almost coming to the end of our program. After this week, what do you do in schools to make sure that bilingualism remains? Or do we talk about bilingualism only within this week, right up to the 2nd of February, right up to the first Friday of February? Or how do you do after this week?
Okay, we should understand that bilingualism is already practiced somehow. So, just like there is a particular day set aside for a particular event, so is bilingualism. And during this week, it is activated. Let me say the activities are like highlighted towards speaking French and speaking English, if you're speaking the second languages, just to make the people know that this is something, whatever you do, whether you're schooling, whether you go out to, whether you travel, at the back of your mind, you should know that you have to be a bilingual somebody. So it's just like bring it to light and make the children like some sort of live that aspect within the week. Yes, you leave it. So, funny enough, like let me say, when the day we started this week, Monday, you enter the class, bonjour, mes amis, comment vous allez aujourd'hui? They were like, hey, madame has spoken French, you understand? So it's like strange to them, because when I'm in class now, I'm like, I don't want to hear French. Knowing that they're from a French background,
yes,
I don't want to hear French in this class. But that day when I spoke it, and they were like, I said, it's bilingualism week. And they were like, madam, so if I speak, there's no problem. I said, no, you are free. You can speak. We'll teach today in English.
Yes.
So, but, so as I said, it is just a period you have to highlight that aspect of speaking French, knowing that it's something you need to inculcate into your habits, let me say so. And then since it's going to, it is a base from our team.
Curriculum.
Yes, from our team. It is a base, and it is a base of coexistence. They want it, because when they say bedrock,
peaceful coexistence.
yes, when they say bedrock, we are talking about rocks. Let it be that layer of the ground that is lined with stones.
Yes.
And I think any foundation from that level stands very firm here. So if they're using bilingualism for that purpose, then I think they really want people to take it at heart.
Okay, Mr. Talla, yes, I want us to come back to it. After, because we have it once a year, is it when we should experience bilingualism in our country? What should we do after the month of February?
No, it's already in practice. And so, just as Madam said, first Friday of
The month of
every month of February
Yeah.
each year is just a day selected for some demonstration in order to let the children know the significance of this day. But it is already in the practice from September to
What do you do
during
during that
holidays.
period after out of this bilingualism week? What do you do to make sure that the students maintain that aspect, that they cultivate that habit that they have to be bilingual?
No, what we teach them is they take it and then they demonstrate it, and when you come back, we emphasize them.
Okay.
We re-emphasize them even in schools.
Okay.
Yes, and so it is something they have to grow with it.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah, I
madam.
think if I have to say something to that point, what we actually do, first of all, the fact that we have the French and the English in the same compound. The moment they leave for break, they are playing with their co-friends.
Yeah.
They speak either languages.
Okay.
If they know you are an English
Speaking,
child, they speak the English with you, and then they speak. You realize are already interchanging,
Collaborating.
collaborating.
Okay.
And then when we want to do activities, say end of year activities, yeah, we do it together, and we move together with them. When we speak, we definitely translate.
Okay.
Like when the MC speaks in English,
You
we
speak in
definitely
French.
they speak in French. And then at the same time, we have other activities like we do excursions, and then things like that, just in general.
Okay.
When we are doing things, we do it together.
Bilingual.
Whether you are from the French section or the English section, we come together, blend things together, and then work together. And so the children themselves, they know, even if we are speaking French and this one is speaking English,
No problem.
we understand ourselves and we are going ahead.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, gentlemen. Gentlemen, it is an opportunity for us to come back to you, ladies and gentlemen, and insist that French and English, these are two languages that only Cameroon has, or that Cameroon share in Africa. And for us to be proud of these languages, we need to put it into use and make it part of us. He is not a stranger for speaking French. She is not a stranger for speaking English. All of us are Cameroonians, because that is what makes us together. It is on that, ladies and gentlemen, that we come to the end of this edition of Facts and Realities of Education. Next week, we will be coming back for another point. Until then, good night.